welcome back to the channel. And right now I'm still in Belgium and I did a fantastic climb down here due to this sketchy path over here. But hopefully when we get down here we will have a beautiful fast streaming river in some winter conditions. There's still a lot of snow around here and yeah, it just looks really promising. I'm almost at the bottom. My friend Walter is running down, but I prefer to go in my own car instead of an ambulance, so taking a close look where I put my feet here. But yeah, it looks really amazing. There are a couple of rivers in this area in Belgium, and this one is called the Getsbach, and I've never visited this particular river before, so I thought a good opportunity to explore this one, but it's definitely the hardest to reach from the three rivers that I know. So yeah, look at this here, absolutely stunning. So let's see if we can find some nice shots over here. That would be really nice. So we made it down to this river, but yeah, it's a little bit of a messy scene here. Difficult to find a nice shot. I would have expected a little bit more ice, but it's all still floating water. And the negative thing of this little river is that it's not in a valley like the other two. So this is more open, which makes it a lot more difficult to find a composition. But yeah, I'm not going to give up that easy. So what I'm actually looking for when I look at a river scene like this is how do these little bells float in the water. And I can see in the back there that there's one section that there are two S-curves right after each other, and you can see those bells floating through it. So I'm going to try to take a long exposure where you can hopefully see a white trail going through the frame then of that S-curve. So I'm going to try to frame it up. There's some beautiful light coming through at the moment. It's the first sunlight we're seeing today, so that would be nice. But yeah, let's see if we can find a nice composition here at this beautiful river. So I think I found a nice composition over here, and I'm actually trying to do it with a pretty long exposure. Normally half a second is what I prefer for these kind of waterfalls, but in this case I just want a beautiful S-curve flow here, and I can only get that by a longer shutter speed, so I'm at maybe 20-30 seconds, I'm not quite sure, and the water is floating away from me, so it doesn't really matter if you get a short or longer shutter speed. I am using the polarizer here, so that's one thing that is pretty important. And you can see that I've positioned it here, that you start with this waterfall, then the water floats into this S-curve to the back there, but there's not really a point of interest at the back, so I'm not completely satisfied at the moment, but as a starter I think yeah, this is a pretty nice shot here. So after all the excitement with the snow earlier this morning, yeah, it's just yeah, you just have to get used to finding compositions in a scene like this. So just gonna walk around, see if I can find something else, something more interesting, and we will see.
So while Walter was taking these epic drone shots, I was struggling on the ground. I couldn't find anything. I looked down the whole river, but there was just nothing, yeah, except these 2 shots that I found on my way back to the car, and then we head off to a new location. But in the next location I shot some of my best images ever. I'm just really pleased with those.
So on the horizon in the far distance there are 2 trees, and if you look to them from here, all the snow in front is being blown over by the wind, and it creates a bit of a misty atmosphere, and it just looks amazing. And you can see here on this footage there's those 2 trees here. Let's have a look. Yeah, well, you can see it I guess, but yeah, they just look absolutely ridiculously good. And oh, sorry, just gonna take some more images while I'm talking to you. I'm just gonna try to crop it back to a 16:9 at home and just use those 2 trees with this beautiful atmosphere. I don't really like this foreground here. It's a little bit disturbing, but I don't just only want those 2 trees in the back there. So yeah, absolutely a phenomenal, gorgeous shot. And yeah, I hope this is going to work out and that it's sharp on this distance, because it's with the 400mm, and actually it isn't far enough. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to work, but I hope it does. I hope it does, because it's a really stunning scene. So I kind of figured that that 100 to 400 shot wasn't satisfying me enough. So what I did, and this is an experiment, this is an extremely long distance, but I've attached the 2x teleconverter to the 300mm f4, and I'm just hoping that this image is a little bit more sharp, a little bit more crispy, and I'm waiting for a lot of snow to come by these trees and then take this shot. So this next shot is with the 300mm f4, and hopefully it will give me just that little bit of extra reach to make this an insane scene. But yeah, I think it will be an amazing shot. So I've walked a little bit further down this little road, and the beautiful thing is that right now a third tree has come just next to the trees that I was shooting. So let me try to show you here. So this is the group of trees that I was shooting, but the only problem is this fence that I'm looking at here. So I just found a gap here that I'm trying to shoot this image through, and yeah, it just looks phenomenal. Now I have 3 trees and there's 1 trunk on the left side also, and I can really use this hazy snow that's being blown over all the time as an interesting yeah, foreground, background, or you know, whatever it is. But sometimes it just looks like some kind of tornado of snow is blowing over by these trees. And yeah, I think absolutely worth taking this shot again. Right now I'm with the 300mm and the 1.4 converter to take this image, and yeah, I think it's absolutely worth it. So this is the next shot with 3 trees next to each other and the 300 with 1.4 converter. So let me know what you think of these shots in the comments.
I guess I was just so pleased with those last 3 shots that I totally forgot to record an ending for this video. Yeah, those last shots, totally different from anything that I've ever shot before, and yeah, I'm just really happy with those shots. That's what I had in my mind when I go there. Every time I go there, I'm looking for an image like this, and now everything came together with this snow blowing all over, and I could really isolate those trees in a white world setting, minimalistic, but I just really like it. So I hope you like them too. If you do like this video, don't forget, please push that thumbs up button. You will massively help this channel to grow. And there's a subscribe button underneath this video. If you push it and push the little notification bell, you will get a message when I release my next video. Yeah, and please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these images. I always like to engage with everyone watching this channel. So for now, thanks for watching. Yeah, if you're not watching next week, happy holidays. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next video. So for now, bye bye.